Have you ever felt eyes watching you in the darkness, seen shadows move where they shouldn't, or heard unexplainable sounds in the night? Imagine encountering a creature that can shapeshift into any animal it chooses. What if I told you that these aren't just stories, but real-life encounters that have left people terrified? Welcome to the chilling world of Skinwalkers. Skinwalkers are a mysterious and terrifying phenomenon rooted in Navajo folklore. These beings are said to be evil witches with the power to transform into animals, mimic voices, and induce an overwhelming sense of fear. The legends have persisted for generations, but what happens when these stories cross into reality? In this video, we'll delve into real-life encounters with skinwalkers from the remote deserts of Arizona to the dense forests of North Carolina. These are not just stories, but chilling accounts that have left countless witnesses in a state of perpetual fear. We'll explore the mysteries behind these legends and uncover the terrifying truth that has left these witnesses haunted by their experiences. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will make you question every shadow and whisper in the night. In the heart of Navajo territory, stories of skinwalker encounters are not uncommon. These tales are often passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. One such story involves a Navajo family who encountered a skinwalker while driving home late at night. As they navigated the winding roads, they noticed a large, dark figure keeping pace with their car. Despite their speed, the creature stayed alongside, its eyes glowing eerily in the darkness. The family was gripped by an intense primal fear, knowing that they were in the presence of something unnatural. They sped away, hearts pounding, and the creature finally vanished into the night, leaving them with a story they would never forget, and a lingering sense of dread that would haunt them for the rest of their lives. Another chilling account comes from Arizona, a place known for its vast deserts and eerie landscapes where a family traveling through Navajo territory had a harrowing encounter with what they believed to be a skinwalker. While driving through the desolate desert, they noticed a strange animal running alongside their vehicle. As they watched in horror, the creature seemed to morph, taking on human-like features while still maintaining its animalistic speed. The family, paralyzed by fear, could do nothing but watch as the creature kept pace with them for several miles before disappearing into the scrub. The fear they experienced was profound, leaving them deeply shaken and unwilling to travel that road again. In New Mexico, a lone hiker had a terrifying experience while trekking through a remote area known for skinwalker sightings. As night fell, he set up camp and settled in for what he thought would be a peaceful evening. However, as darkness enveloped the landscape, he began to hear strange noises, whispers, and rustling that seemed to come from all around. His blood ran cold when he heard his own voice calling out from the darkness, mimicked perfectly but with a sinister undertone. When he shone his flashlight into the trees, he caught a glimpse of a shadowy figure with glowing eyes, watching him intently. The hiker's heart raced, his hands trembled, and he quickly packed up and left, vowing never to return to that eerie place. In the remote areas of Utah, skinwalker encounters are a part of local lore. One such encounter involved a rancher who was checking on his cattle late one night. As he approached the field, he noticed a large wolf-like creature standing among his livestock. Despite firing several shots at it, the creature did not flinch, and instead locked eyes with him, emitting a low, guttural growl. The rancher described an overwhelming sense of dread that washed over him, unlike anything he'd ever felt before. He retreated to his home and later found no signs of the creature, but the fear lingered, haunting his every step on the ranch. A chilling encounter in Colorado involved a young couple camping in the wilderness. They were enjoying the serenity of nature when they heard what sounded like a woman crying for help. As they ventured out to investigate, the cries led them deeper into the woods. Suddenly, the cries stopped, and they were confronted by a creature that seemed to shift shapes before their very eyes, from a woman to a coyote and then to a large, shadowy figure with glowing eyes. Terrified, they fled back to their campsite and left immediately, the haunting cries echoing in their minds long after, a constant reminder of the horror they had witnessed. A group of friends decided to go camping in the remote forests of Northern California. As they sat around the campfire telling stories, they began to hear rustling in the bushes. Initially dismissing it as a wild animal, they continued their evening. But when the rustling turned into whispers that seemed to mimic their own voices, they grew uneasy. One of them decided to investigate, only to be confronted by a figure that appeared to shift from a coyote to a human form with glowing eyes. Panicked, they all fled to their car and drove away, abandoning their campsite and vowing never to return. The memory of that night still haunts them, and they wonder if they will ever feel safe in the wilderness again. A man driving through the Nevada desert late at night encountered something he couldn't explain. He saw what looked like a large dog standing in the middle of the road. As he slowed down, the creature transformed into a human figure right before his eyes. The figure's eyes glowed menacingly, and it began to approach his car. Terrified, he sped away, looking back to see the figure standing in the road, watching him leave. The encounter left him shaken and questioning what he had witnessed in the desolate desert. While hiking in a remote area of a Utah national park, a park ranger had a close encounter with a skinwalker. During his patrol, he noticed a deer acting strangely, moving erratically, and appearing unafraid of humans. As he approached, the deer suddenly stood up on two legs and transformed into a humanoid figure with glowing eyes. The ranger, filled with an overwhelming sense of dread, backed away slowly before running back to his station. He later reported the incident, but no evidence of the creature was found. The experience left him deeply disturbed and cautious about venturing into that part of the park again. In the dense woods of North Carolina, a group of teenagers on a camping trip encountered a skinwalker. They had heard local legends but didn't believe them until they saw a strange figure lurking near their campsite. The figure, initially appearing as a deer, began to shift and change shape, eventually taking on a humanoid form with glowing eyes. The teenagers were terrified and quickly packed up their gear, fleeing the woods and reporting the incident to local authorities. The encounter left them convinced that the legends were true and wary of returning to those woods. These encounters with skinwalkers share common elements: the ability to shapeshift, mimic human voices, and instill an intense sense of fear. Whether these stories are products of overactive imaginations, cultural folklore, or something truly supernatural, they continue to captivate and terrify those who hear them. Have you ever experienced something you can't explain? Share your stories in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if it gave you chills, and subscribe to the Phantasmal Eternity channel for more spine-tingling tales. Stay safe and always be aware of your surroundings at night. Whether you believe in the legend of skinwalkers or not, one thing is certain: the fear they evoke is very real. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious and stay safe.